Sup, everyone, and welcome to issue 2 of Rebirth Comics, the channel where we talk about comics, cartoons, anime, and stuff like that. Alright, so for this topic, what I wanted to talk about was like my well, I feel like it's a somewhat creative um decline in a way. And what I mean by that is nothing really seems, um, new. It just seems like it's the same thing over and like it's the same thing over and over again. Like it's, no um um originality to it. And it's quite sad because I remember when this field had brand new ideas coming in left and right, and now it just seems like, well, like it's just, you know, basically everyone is copying one another, which it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, I don't need to see like 10 different, you know, storylines just with different characters. Alright, so with that out the way, I guess the first one that can be covered is the whole anime thing. Now, with anime, I don't mind fan service. I like it. However, I enjoy it a lot more if the fan service is actually done right. Like, to me, if you need fan service in your work, just to, have your work actually, sell and get ratings, and it's not an ecchi anime, then you, I'm sorry, but you don't know what you're doing. Like, it's the difference between, a good show having fan service, and underneath that fan service, it's a good, you know, show underneath that. But if you can't write, if, your plot, your story, if it's, bad, and if you need like boobs or, ass, penny shots, just to, um, get, I guess, high um, ratings, then, like I said, you don't know what you're doing. Like I said, fan service, it can be nice to look at, but it's only nice if it's, actually done um, correctly, and not like an overabundance of it. Oh, that looks nice. And I guess the second thing I had to, say about the whole anime thing is that too many animes that I've seen, it seems the same now. Like it's um following the same archetype of, you have like the somewhat lovable but yet idiotic protag, and that right there is getting this really, really tiring to look at. Like, I want to see something new. I want to see something different, not this, the same thing over and over again. Now, since we're talking about anime, we might as well, slide into the next topic of conversation, which is also a form of animation, which is Western cartoons. And to me, the problem with that is that it seems like they're this dumbing stuff down. And I get that, most cartoons like Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans Go, stuff like that. It's made for kids. But what these animators don't realize is that kids are, actually they're like a lot smarter than one thinks. And it's like, I mean, I guess like a cringy joke is nice every once in a while, but what I really like, the type of shows I want to come back is like the shows for both the kid and the adult could, watch together. Like shows that don't age. Like Hey Arnold, let's see, Teen Titans, the first one, Young Justice, Ed and Eddie, the Powerpuff Girls, shows like that, shows that were good at any age and can still like hold some that could this hold some value even today, which I guess is like maybe one or two good shows I know of, like the Loud House, like that's a really good one. But other than that, I mean, most channels that I know of only have like maybe one good cartoon or none at all. Like for Disney, I know it's excuse me. I know it's Star versus the Forces of Evil. For Nick, it's the Loud House, as I said before. And for Cartoon Network, for me right now, it's Steven, to be honest. So I think like I said, once the companies began to realize that, like I said, you don't need to dumb things down for kids. They are capable of like actually understanding a lot more than what we think. Then I believe that Russian cartoons should like be on the somewhat rise again. Alright, and for the last topic, I wanted to discuss. Hold on one sec, fix that real quick. Yeah, for the last topic, I wanted to discuss comics. And comics, like anime, like cartoons, like, stuff like that, it's a good escape, if you will. Like when I pick up like a comic like this right here, I don't want to, really hear about politics or social issues. Okay, like, I don't mind hearing about it, but I don't want it, forced. And if you have, like, something that you do want to say, like a social issue, then it should be done in a way that it fits into the comic. And that is a problem that, that has been coming up lately. The fact of, there's no, it's not fun in a way. Like, there's no originality, I guess. And it's like, you can't write a good issue if you don't enjoy, the craft of this writing down random ideas. This in your head, plotting out like a really, really, really good storyline. And making up brand new characters. I'm not talking about, changing an already established character to something that you think that people will want or like, but in reality, no one wants that. It's like you either, create new characters or the characters that you have. Work on that. Make those characters better. And like I said before, instead of like, changing established characters, don't do that. Like, to me, that is like a big no-no. You don't change the history of like characters who have like 50 to 60 plus years on their side. So, like I said, this make like legit good characters and work on the characters that you already have. And if comics could do that, then they'll be back on track. But more importantly for like all three of these creative fields, this make it fun again. Like, that's the main thing, is just, make it fun. Make good storylines, make good characters. And once fun and the creativity comes back, then like I said, all three fields will be back to its peak peak once again. Alright, that was it. Just wanted to, talk about that. I guess like, comment, subscribe, and I guess let me know if you feel like the exact same way as I do. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and I hope to talk to you guys again. Bye.